In the heart of the 11th century, a call echoed across the Christian lands of Europe. A summons that would ignite centuries of conflict. Pope Urban II, with fervent words at the Council of Clermont in 1095, urged knights and commoners alike to take up the cross. He spoke of a holy war, a pilgrimage of arms to reclaim the sacred city of Jerusalem from Muslim rule. Responding to this divine mandate, a massive force began to assemble. Banners were raised, swords were sharpened, and a wave of steel and faith prepared to march east, setting in motion a series of events that would forever alter the course of history. The First Crusade was a brutal and arduous undertaking. The Crusaders, driven by a mix of piety, ambition, and greed, faced a perilous journey across thousands of miles of hostile territory. They endured starvation, disease, and relentless attacks. Yet their resolve did not waver. In 1099, after a long and grueling campaign, they finally stood before the formidable walls of Jerusalem. The ensuing siege was a bloody affair, culminating in a ferocious assault that breached the city's defenses. The capture of Jerusalem was marked by a horrific massacre, a grim testament to the fervor and violence of the age, and resulted in the establishment of the Crusader states in the Levant. A century later, the tide had turned, and Jerusalem was once again in Muslim hands, retaken by the brilliant Sultan Saladin. This set the stage for the Third Crusade, a conflict defined by the legendary figures who led it. From Europe came Richard the Lionheart, the formidable King of England, a military genius renowned for his courage and prowess in battle. His counterpart, Saladin, was equally revered, a chivalrous and strategic leader who had united the Muslim forces. Their rivalry became the stuff of legend. Great armies clashed under the scorching sun at battles like Arsoud, where Richard's tactical brilliance won the day. Though they were fierce adversaries, a mutual respect developed between the two leaders, an unusual footnote in a brutal war that ultimately ended in a truce, leaving Jerusalem under Saladin's control, but granting Christian pilgrims access to its holy sites. The crusading ideal, however, began to fray in the subsequent campaigns. The Fourth Crusade, launched in the early 13th century, never even reached the Holy Land. Diverted by political machinations and financial debts to the Venetians, the crusading army turned its fury not on Muslim forces, but on the Christian city of Constantinople, the magnificent capital of the Byzantine Empire. In 1204, they sacked the city, a catastrophic event that shattered the Eastern Roman Empire and deepened the schism between the Eastern and Western churches. Later crusades lacked the scale and zeal of the earlier efforts, and one by one, the Crusader states, isolated and surrounded, began to fall. The era of the warrior pilgrim was drawing to a close. The fall of Acre in 1291 marked the definitive end of Christian rule in the Holy Land, bringing the 2-century-long epoch of the Crusades to a close. A final montage of history unfolds. The last knights departing the shores of the Levant, the once mighty Crusader castles crumbling into ruins, and the banners of the cross and crescent furling after generations of war. The legacy of the Crusades is one of profound complexity, a story of faith and fanaticism, of cultural exchange and enduring animosity. They reshaped the map of the medieval world, fostered trade and intellectual transfer, but also left deep scars of religious conflict that would resonate for centuries, a powerful and cautionary chapter in the grand, unfolding saga of human history.